Ok. Bon, je pose les écouteurs quelques instants. Je vais faire un petit pipi. Je vais faire un petit pipi et j'arrive. À tout. Oh, merci. Merci. Allô? Tu m'entends? Yes. Alors normalement, t'es en tout rouge? Et bah moi je vais me mettre... Oh, noir et blanc, c'est bien. Le haut blanc. Let's go. Bon. Bon match. Merci. Toi t'as une fiche de combien là? T'es à 7... Bah ouais. Toi t'es à quoi? 7-3, un truc comme ça? 8-4. Ouais. Putain ouais, c'est vrai, on est déjà loin comme ça dans la saison. Ouais, ça va se jouer, hein. Ouais, c'est 10 victoires, c'est... Je pense que la place...
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field, just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down with Singletary. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Let's go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass. Wide, get wide. Alert 3, alert 3.
Jackson options out left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 43.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. 53. Come on. 31, check 31.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Singletary. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. With it is Brown. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To the air, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
16 yards on the play.
Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
At the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Open man is Kroom, the tight end. An explosive 38-yard pickup. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
On first down, Singletary, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
36.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. Gore, a first down of inside. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Frank Gore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Taron Johnson made the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Single slot. Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike. Watch the pass.
Now Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first down, they stick with Singletary. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Jones last year led the Bills, 652 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, more than doubled his production from 2017. Now they're hoping for an even bigger bump this year. So in Raven territory now, here's a first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A first update now from Cleveland, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Switch it.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. To return is Roberts. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
It really has, especially as of late. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Jackson options out left. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in it's 2nd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 1, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Ready? 49, guys. Mike, 49. Check.
He may try, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
48.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you.
Allen now throwing again. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Allen off the play fake. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee.
Let's go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Come on, now. He's coming.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
56.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they finally break through on 3rd and goal? Now Allen. They go with a screen to Gore. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Frank Gore, as the first half is winding down, as they have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe take a shot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here now, Roberts. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
He can't hang. He's not going to.
On 2nd down now. Singletary, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And here's Allen from the gun on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check 50.
Now it's Jackson. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again they run, again it's Gore. Gore a first down and then some. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, you need the tough yards. You can still turn to the 36-year-old Frank Gore, now in his 15th season in the league. 10 in San Francisco, the 3 in Indy, quick stop in Miami, and now in Buffalo, and still making it happen. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Voilà. C'est bien tenté, bien tenté.
You ain't going nowhere. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
And now they'll throw without it. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Jackson, option right. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. On second down, it's Edwards. And room there to work it inside the 25. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Jackson on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On second down, it's Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point on the NFL scoreboard. Third quarter now in Lambeau. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run with Singletary. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down and 4. Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Johnson brought him down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Raven 1st down.
Lui, il les fait pas là, les fumbles. Des fois, tu vas le plaquer, mais un petit plaquage tout bas.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
You got it. You got it.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Stop here, D.
Jackson, option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Just like that.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Bills on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's caught. Jones. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Short pass complete to the tight end Kroon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On play action, Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tim Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Allen operating from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ingram. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
I'm on. Double time. 40. Check. Key in 21.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Singletary. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Singletary. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
48-19. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now Allen. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. With it is Brown. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Here's Ingram. Gonna give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Buffalo, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Bien joué, c'était sympa ce match. Milano et Edmonds, les deux qui m'interceptent. C'est les deux qui m'ont vraiment joué dans tout le match.
Et tu vois, j'ai rappelé 3 points comme un peu. Mais au final, c'est pas pour pas perdre juste avant la course.
Ouais.
C'est pas ça bien, parce que l'Inter, qui est plus
Pour prendre les 3 points juste avant la mi-temps.
c'est pas le jeu en fait.
Ouais. Qui font la différence. Bien joué.
Mais je trouve que sur la fin, t'as peut-être trop joué sur Rouen en pensant qu'avec ça.
Peut-être, ouais, mais il a droppé 2.
Bah, en plus, il a droppé, et puis après, disons, tu veux lancer vite sur lui, alors que t'avais pas forcément tout de suite l'impression. C'est parce que je pense que.
Bah ouais. Mais
Tu peux prendre les 10 par 10 assez rapidement, et. Je sais pas comment il évolue, mais du coup, il a des. Il a peut-être pas toutes les capacités pour
en catch, non,
pour catch et repartir vite avec.
il est pas si mauvais que ça, mais en catch, je sais plus, t'as envie de dire ses notes.
Mika Hyde, il est en superstar X Factor maintenant. Dommage que ça marche pas. De toute façon, c'était mon seul X Factor, c'était un safety.
Safety, ouais. Bah moi aussi, c'est Earl Thomas.
Ouais. Bon, encore, alors Thomas, tu peux te faire jouer plus en linebacker là.
Oh non, je fais jouer Jefferson en linebacker. Ouais. Ouais, Edmund, c'est ça, il est rapide, hein, je vois.
Ouais, il est rapide au début, après, bon, il est un peu lent.
Ouais, tackle 89, block shading 83. Putain, le gars, il doit pas rater beaucoup. Poursuite 80. Ouais, c'est un sacré bon.
Du coup, tout ça.
Ouais, ça s'éloigne. Là, j'ai plus le droit de perdre du tout.
Parce que Walter, il en 6-7.
Ah oui, il a gagné, ouais.
Saufresh qui a fait une grosse série de lose, il est reparti dans le bon sens.
Ah ouais, non, mais là,
c'est
de
toi
toute
qui
façon.
tapes ta série de lose là, par contre.
Ah ouais.
Ah, tu passes de 6-4 à 6-7.
Ah ouais, non, là, c'est chaud. Merde.
Spartan, je sais pas ce qu'il vaut en.
Je l'ai joué l'année dernière, cette année, j'ai pas joué.
Malheureusement, je devais le jouer, mais je suis tombé sur j'ai joué sans CPU.
Bah, je crois que tout le monde a joué contre le CPU.
Ah, je crois qu'il a dû faire 1 ou 2 matchs, genre.
Ah ouais.
Maintenant, je suis pas sûr.
Ah, Jackson, encore une fois. Moyen. Bon, c'est pas bien.
Donc, il me reste 3 matchs. J'ai les Jets et les Pats, ça joue. Ah, bah, Saufresh.
Moi aussi, moi je t'en match contre Saufresh. Mais ouais, non, là je peux plus perdre. À la rigueur, avec 9-7, je peux espérer. Mais.
Bah, 9-7, faut que Saufresh il perde de tout.
Ouais. Oh non, c'est chaud.
En fait, votre div elle est tellement serrée que je pense qu'il faut que ça joue au premier de la div chez vous seulement. Parce qu'après, ça va se batailler avec moi.
Ouais. Toi non,
Et-
toi je pense que t'es dedans, c'est bon.
Ah, j'espère choper la wildcard du coup.
Oui, en wildcard, ouais.
Donc, sachant qu'il n'y a que 2 wildcards, ce sera tous les premiers. Chez vous, c'est vachement.